Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about the ninth lab program for the subject Principles of Programming using C. Okay, subject code is BPOPS 103/203. Okay, the program statement is write functions to implement string operations such as compare, concatenate, and find the string length. Use parameter passing techniques. See here. Okay, suppose I have a string str1 is equal to data. First of all, what is a string? String is a collection of characters. Okay, and it ends with the null character. For example, if I write str5 and the characters are star, what does this mean? It means that there is a variable called as str, which is divided into 5 parts, and each character will be given like this, and it always ends with the null character slash of 0. Okay, suppose I have str1 is data and str2 also data. What you are supposed to do is you have to find, you have tried the functions to do the comparison, that is you have to check whether two strings are equal or not. So here both the strings are equal. Concatenate. Concatenate means join. So you have the first string contents. To that you concatenate. You add your next string contents also. Finding the string length. String length means total number of characters. So in str1 there are 4 characters, and in str2 also there are 4 characters. Okay, so this is the program. You have to have strings, and then you have to carry out the functions of comparing the strings, concatenating, that is joining of the two strings, and also to check the length of a given string. Okay, let us look at the lab program. Okay, so we have functions here. So from here to here is one function. Excuse me, 1 second. See, the function name is string length. Okay, the input to that is a string. See, for example, if I have the string as data, so initially what is the number of characters? Initially the number of character is 0. So this I is used for keeping track of the number of characters. So till you reach the end of the string, that is, if the str of I is not equal to null, that means you have not reached the end of the string. So what do? You add the value of I. See, for initially it is 0. When it comes here, the first character, I becomes 1. Okay, that means you have reached the next character, and it is not equal to, has not reached the end. So I value is incremented by 1. When it comes here, I is incremented by 2, then 3, then sorry, here 3, and then here 4. Okay, and once it reaches the null character, it will display the final value of I. So here the final value of I is 4. Okay, so how it goes? Initially the character count is set to 0. Then you have to go through the different characters, and every time you go through a character, you increase the count by 1. Until where will you go? Till you reach the end of the string. End of the string is given by null. That is str of length. Similarly, you have this function called as comparison. See here, comparison. Okay, so in order to compare, you need str1 and str2. Okay, so for example, this and this. See, here you have to compare the two strings. That is str1 of I, that means the first character. Initially I is set to 0. So str1 of 0 and str2 of 0. These two will get compared. Then the count increases. So it will come to the second character in the first word and the second character in the second word. It will also get compared. Okay, so till where you will go on doing this? One thing is, when you reach the end of the first string and if there are some contents over here, and if you have come to the end, okay, that means there are no more characters that need to, there are no more characters that can be compared, right? For example, something like this: computer, sorry, com, and the second word is complete. So you have reached, you have compared the first four characters, and this is ended. That means they're not equal, right? So it break, and whatever count is there, it will return. Okay. And the characters will move, right? So it has to go from the first character to the second character. If they are equal, then it is fine. That they both are. If this each character of str1 is equal to str2, it is fine. Otherwise, you have to return this. See, for example, over here. See, str1 minus str2. This will give the difference in the characters. See, here str1 is 4, whereas here it is 7. So we know that the string 2 is bigger than the string 1. Okay, so that is how this function works. Similarly, concatenation. See here, concatenation means combining of the two strings. Okay, so what happens is, first inputs are str1 and 2. Initially I is 0. What happens is, you take the first string, that is str1, and initially I is set to 0. Then after every character the value will increase, so I becomes I plus plus and so on. Okay, by the end of this would have become 4. Now if I have the second character, second word, that is data, I have to concatenate like this. So first string will be as it is, next I plus plus will be as it is. Okay, so whatever next position is there, this will be 5. At the end, it will be 5. So in that fifth position, you put the first character of J. J is the next. See, next string is given by J. Okay, here the first counter for first string is given by I, whereas the counter for the second string is given by J. So here now the count is 5. Here the count is 0. So in the fifth position of the first string, you put the first element of the second string. And this will go on till you reach the end of the second string. See, str1 of I plus plus. I plus plus is 5. Initially, then you put the first character. Then you put the second character. Like this, you go on doing this. Then once you have put all the characters of the string 2 to string 1, okay, then you append this, because at the end of the string it should be it should always followed by a null character. So that is what we do. That is the concatenation. What we do is, if you have two strings, first you traverse through the first string, get the final count of the characters, keep a track of it, the final count. Then you take the second string and put the contents of the second string onto the first string where the character count has stopped. So from the first word, if there are 4 characters, in the fifth position you put the first element of the second string. That is how you will do it. Okay, then your main function, these are the 3 functions. So main function is first string and the second string will be given. Then we use this for the doing those 3 operations. Enter the first string, so str1, and enter the second string, that is str2. Then you check the length of the str1. Length of str1 is stored in result1. Then you print it. Likewise, take the number of characters in the second string str of 2, and you print it, result2. Then you do the comparison using strcomp. That is str compare. You compare str1 and str2. If they are equal, that means both the strings are equal. If it is greater than 0, that means your string 1 is greater than string 2. Otherwise, your string 2 is greater than. So str in first case str1 is greater than, otherwise str1 is lesser than. Then the concatenation. Concatenation is concatenate function on str1 and 2. Okay. So we have, if you run the code, so you will give, enter the first string machine, second string is machine. So the string 1 is length is 7, string 2 length is 7, and it will also say that they are equal, and concatenate string is the combination of the characters of the two strings. Okay, and let us take the second one here. First string is artificial, second string is intelligence. So the length is 10. So for the first string, the number of characters is 10. Second one, it is 12. And because this one is having less characters than the string 2, so it will say so. And then the final reason is the concatenated string. This is how you will do the program on strings using the concept of